an opening statement. We do have the microphone again this week, so there's like half the cameras back there, so hopefully everything works the way it's supposed to. Everybody ready? All right, Coach.
Sure you ready, man?
I'm good to go.
I'm just joking. I want to start off by recognizing this Veteran Day today for the people that serve United States of America and the people that serve the United States of America. I really appreciate it, and Florida State does, and want to thank you for that. And actually, we had a good day of practice yesterday. The kids came out and they worked hard, and it was joyful after the victory. It was a very physical game. And like I say, Adazio is a very good coach. And he had a plan and we had a plan. And our kids, all week long, the coaches and myself, we were saying, let's attack, no matter what, let's attack. Don't sit back, don't wait on anything. We're gonna do it the Florida State way, attack. And so, and I felt very confident that our kids gonna go in and play well, because that morning of the game, I looked at each kid walked in there. They was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They was ready to go. We didn't have any kids going there sitting down saying, oh, coach, man, why are we getting up so early? They came in there smiling, ready to go. And you know, kids like DJ Matthews had the flu, had to get IV at 5 o'clock that morning. You know, I went up to him, said, DJ, are you okay? He said, yes, coach. He said to me, coach, I'll be there. I'll be there. And that tells you something about these young men. And just like in another instance too, that last play on Boston College tried the onside kick, Trey McKitty, it was game time decision. His ankle was messed up, he couldn't play. He said, coach, no, I'm going in to help my team win. And DJ Matthews in there also. So that tells you the commitment of these kids this week. And that's the expectation of Florida State University. As I said before, the kids say there's only one way, it's the no way. So that's what we're gonna stay with, and that's how Florida State was built, and that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Deshaun, over on your right.
Coach, obviously you guys got the big win on Saturday, but you had some familiar issues such as penalties. I guess throughout practice this week, how do you go about cleaning it up?
Well, we addressed that yesterday. We ran for it, and I talked to each kid personally myself. And we had some young kids out there playing. Like offensive line, you had 3 starters on the offensive line that were freshmen. And I talked with them. I was keeping them calm on the sideline. The kid wanted it so bad until he lost his composure. But you see that last drive that came back, he went back in the game and played well. And the thing about it, everybody want to jump on the kids and say, well, they did this and they made this penalty. But sometimes you put your arms around a kid, and let them know that you love them and that you're there for them. They'll go back and perform for you very well. The same kid went in there and made a key block. And I brought that up to him. I said, always keep your composure. Nobody's perfect, but we don't want it. But we took care of penalties yesterday, and we will keep working on it.
Ira on your left.
Odell, you went through this a couple of years ago, but I'm just curious, like how many text messages, voicemails, how many people have reached out to you in the last 48 hours?
I heard so many I can't even read them. I try my best to answer every one of them, say thank you, and appreciate the support. But it's very encouraging for, you know, text messages and also messages. And my voicemails filled up. You know, once I clear it out, it's filled right back up. So therefore, it's a lot of encouraging things going on, a lot of supporting the kids.
Gene.
Coach, how are you handling recruiting during this time? What kind of feedback have you got from the kids that are already committed? Because you guys are kind of in this transitional period right now.
We're recruiting, we're handling it. Each coach, we're calling and we're texting them every day. And the best way to handle recruiting, this coach thinks so, is keep winning and letting them know we're going back to the Florida State way. And the kids understand, of course, we don't have some big commitments, but the kids, they want to see. They want to see what's going on. And everybody said, well, they can't hold this. But the kids, they just want to see what's going on. And Saturday, the kids looked at that, a lot of them was excited about it. I say, that's the way Florida State play football. True enough, that it wasn't perfect, but we showed fight and we showed resilience. So therefore, a lot of families, that's what they want to see. They want to see a plan in recruiting.
Go to Tim right here on the front row.
Coach, last home game this week for your senior class. That group's been through a lot over the last few years. What can you say about them and their contributions to the program?
Man, I tell you what. It's amazing. And standing up here and knowing that I'm a Florida State graduate and coached here for so long, that question, it's a hard question for me to answer, but I'm going to answer it. You love these kids because they've stayed here, they fought together, and all the kids that's here have been through this twice. Man, you just got to love them. Love them, show them that, hey, Florida State is always going to be here for you. Even though we haven't won ACC championship, we haven't won a national championship, but something special about this place right here, we're always going to support you. And also, I like to say to our fans, our boosters, everybody, let's come out and pack Doak Campbell Stadium for those 4th and 5th year seniors. That's extremely important. We need it. It's no pride.
Brendan.
Odell, you mentioned on Saturday that I think it was at halftime you told the team it was time to grow up, and it seems like they did. How did they go about doing that, and did they grow up in your mind?
Yes. They took major steps. They took major steps. You saw the first half. Boston College, they came out, man. They came out running the football. Like I say, I knew, and the coaches knew, that we was gonna have our hands full with that team. Team that ran for close to, 496 yards the past game, and we knew it. But my statement to them was saying, hey, we got to grow up now. We got to make a decision. We got to make a decision at this point. We're gonna go back out there and play Florida State brand football. 1, do your job. Fight every play and communicate. And that's the thing, growing up means you doing your job the best of your ability and out there fighting and communicating on the football field. And they took major steps.
Go third row on the left.
Marvin Wilson was waiting for the team bus back at Doak after the game. How much does that speak to his leadership, and how much the team means to him, and how much he means to the team?
That means a lot. Well, first of all, Marvin is a special kid. Marvin came to Florida State from Houston. That young man, he loves Florida State. And that tells you about the branding of Florida State when a kid come here. He get the feel for the community and the university and the people around. And a lot of players, and as his coach, position coach, it brought tears to my eyes. Just think about this. You are an adult. One of your best player on your team can't play, want to be there, sacrificing. Coach, I'll wrap it up and I'll play this game. Make sure we get bowl eligible. That speaks a lot. He's a big time leader. Great kid. I love him.
Go to Kurt, front row to your right.
Saw on social media yesterday, it seemed like a lot of the position groups, maybe all the position groups, kind of got together for dinners or that kind of thing. Was that something you really encouraged coaches to do, or do you see a lot of coaches just after a win like that really feel like that was something that needed to happen?
It wasn't about the win. It's about our family at Florida State. Like I say, I woke up that morning, only one person knew that I was going to do that. Mario Elvis, he was sitting beside me, I was smiling. He said, Big Bear, man, look like you ready to go. You over there smiling. You got so much to sleeve. I said, you know what I'm gonna do, Mario? I felt very confident after I saw those kids walk in that room. And also the way we practiced during the week. I said, you know what? These kids, they've gone through a lot, and the coaches, this staff. I say Sunday when we get back, we're gonna go home. We're gonna go home after the game. I want each coach to go and grade his film, to dissect that film, make sure we correct our mistakes, and go out and practice and run. And the coaches take their players out and enjoy them. And rest of the staff, when you finish your work, go home, get lost. Don't come back until 7:30 Monday morning. Because that's what a family is about. And you can see it. Everybody jumped into it Monday, practice, administration, everybody just worked together. So therefore, me as a coach, as the head coach, I thought we needed that. And that's very important. I'm big on family, being with your family.
Go to Ira.
Coach, it looked like James Blackman seemed to play inspired football. Did you see anything from him last week? Or I know it's been a difficult year for him, kind of in and out of the lineup. What did you see from him?
Well, you know what I saw from James Blackman? He had a great practice. And Kendall installed his offense that week, the plays that he wanted to run. James Blackman, he went out and practiced well. He executed what Coach Brown wanted, so therefore he had a great game. He did exactly what he wanted to do in practice, what he demanded. And James Blackman, the message all week to this football team was to attack our opponent in all three phases. That's what Coach Brown did with James Blackman. We attacked. So he had great preparation.
Go back to Deshaun over on your right.
Coach, it looked like, I think I saw Jaden Mars Luby on the sideline wearing a headset. Is he another example of a guy that's staying involved and supportive even though he's out right now?
Yes, man. That tells you about these kids, man. Jaden, man, said, Coach, man, I need to be involved some kind of way. I said, you're involved, man. Just coming to the game, being a leader. And we know you can't play, but, you know, he grabbed the headsets and said, Coach, man, how can he listen to some of the calls and things like that. And he was talking to the guys, encouraging them. And that's a big key to this football team, encouraging each other. I always use this, and I told the kids this week, don't laugh at each other, laugh with each other. Build each other up. Don't laugh at your brother, laugh with him.
Coach, what were some of the things you tried to maybe change in the approach, whether it was practice or managing the game, you think that kind of made the difference for you guys on Saturday and will do so moving forward?
Well, we had a plan together. The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and the special team coordinator. I said to them Monday, on Thursday, we're all gonna sit down for a full hour and communicate with each other and find out how we're gonna attack this game. So Coach Barnett, Coach Browse, and Coach Snyder and myself, we sat in that room for an hour and discussed it. Coach, Browse said, Coach Barnett, this is what we're gonna do in different situations. And I asked him what kind of calls we have on, let's say 3rd and 1. If we're gonna go forward on 4th down, how are we gonna punt? When are we gonna punt? What yard line, let's say if we in somebody's territory, so what yard line will we go for it? Will we not go for it? Situations like that, situational football, that's what we talked about. And just like Snyder said, and like in practice on Thursday, you saw Isaiah Bolden, and Snyder said, Coach, they all squeeze in when you show you're going straight to sideline return. Isaiah Bolden run the 10-400 meters. So we said, I said, Snyder, let's run that field return. See, things like we communicated about it. I said, Snyder, the first one, run it. And so you see Isaiah Bolden, he ran that field return. We got out to the 40, and then in the right before the last score, the same thing happened. He showed it, bam, He hit things like that, communication, timeouts, you know, different situations. And a lot of the situations didn't come up that we talked about, but we was ready for it, I tell you that. But
All right. Corey?
Odell, I was just wondering what you remembered about your senior day. If you remember who you played, what the score was, and more importantly, what your emotions were walking on the field.
You know what, my senior day, I can sit back, I can tell you, I can remember. Say, what am I gonna do without Florida State football? You know, I was getting my degree. You know, played football my whole life. And I thought about it, I said, wow, this is gonna be my last time on this football field. And it's just a feeling that you get, say, man, it's my last time on this field. It felt funny. It felt funny. When you're a freshman, you never think it's gonna come to that, you know, come to an end. But once you get there, man, you have to ask yourself some questions. But for the senior day, man, it's gonna be a wonderful day for our seniors. And I know our fans they're gonna pack though. They're gonna pack though. I'm positive. I'm gonna speak it. They're gonna pack though. But for these kids that's been here for 4 or 5 years, have gone through this twice, I really appreciate them. We love them for that. And if that's what we can do at Florida State Seminoles, that's all we can do. We got to do it for these kids.
Wayne?
Jordan Travis had a few big plays for you guys on Saturday, but he hadn't played before then. How much do you expect him to have a role in the game plan going forward?
Well, on Jordan Travis, Coach Browse came in and said, Coach, we thinking about this. I said, Coach Browse, run your offense. If he's in the game plan, he's in the game plan. So Coach Browse running his offense. And we don't know. Maybe one game we want to do something different. Want to put Cam back there. We don't know. So, and Coach Browse running his offense.
Hampson's a guy, obviously, the safety is not always a guy that's going to be your leading tackler for, I mean, as many games as he has and has. I think he has like 30 more tackles than anyone else on the team. What is it about him that he just always seems to put himself around the ball?
Yeah, Hampson's a great football player. He's a kid that's determined to help this football team win. He's very determined. And actually, you talk about 22 tackles in the game. Boston College does a great job. What they do, they block, and make your safeties and your cornerbacks make plays. So therefore, they want them 240-pound, 250-pound running backs running against guys with 205 pounds, 190 pounds. So Hampson, Coach Barnett, he schemed whereas instead of the cornerback making, we got Hampson. Hampson is what, 6'4", 215 pounds, and it worked out that way. And he just has a nose for the ball too. And so they was blocking out and blocking down in that situation. They were just trying to pound his hams, so we're pounding them.
Go to Kevin in the back.
Coach, how much did it help on Saturday to have Jim Leavitt with the headset on and actually being able to coach in that game?
It helped out a lot. He helped with our Coach Barnett, communication and things like that, sideline organization. It helped out a lot. Like I say, I call him Duracell Batty. Keep going and going and going.
Deshaun, over on your right.
Coach, I had a couple of injury questions. We haven't seen Cyrus Fagan in a while. Dante Lucas, I know didn't play last game, and then Cannon Laybourne, I think we saw him warming up. He ended up not playing. Do you have any updates on those two players?
Well, today we have a 4 o'clock meeting, and I'll talk to Jake Fowles about that, and we'll talk about the injuries and things like that. And from there, we move forward.
Anything else?
I thought you were going to ask a question.
Thinking if I had anything else.
Yes.
Corey?
Yeah, Bill, you said when you walked off the field that you thought it might be the last time you were on that field. So that leads me to believe that you didn't know you were going to coach. When did you realize you wanted to be a coach?
Maybe the last time playing on that.
Right. Did
It's
you
the
know
last
you
time
wanted to be a
playing.
coach?
Oh, yes. I tell you what, make a long story short, I never forget when I made the move 1987 from linebacker to nose tackle. unselfish move in which I was starting at linebacker, and 2 of our nose guards got hurt. And I was 232-pound nose guard. Coach Bell asked me to make the move. I was looking and said, Coach, I'm 232 pounds. And he said, son, believe me, you have that burning desire to get to the football. Wouldn't bother you. And I made the move in my career when I left Florida State. When I graduated, he always told me, he said, son, I want you to come back and coach me. You made one of the biggest decisions in my career. You helped turn things around, get us to the next level. He said, I wish every player was like you. Make a decision for the team, not for yourself. And he said to me, that's leadership, that's great leadership qualities. I'll never forget that. And he said, you will be an excellent coach. And so you do things naturally. And I looked into it and liked it. And when I went to the NFL, we was in meetings, I had spiral notebooks full of notes. That's when I really found out when I wanted to be a coach, because I took so many notes and understood the game.
All right.
Odell, a lot of former Florida State players are in coaching, whether it be college or high school. A lot of former teammates and just guys from the program. Do you think that's a reflection on Coach Bowden and Coach Andrews and Coach Gladden and the leadership you guys had, or why do you think that is?
Hey, that's big. And it's funny though. I called Coach Bowden this morning. I called Mick Andrews, Coach Gladden, and Coach Burnham. I say thank you all very much. I say, Dale, why? You did that. I said, no, Coach. You all did it the Florida State way. I learned a lot from y'all. What y'all see in me now, that's what I learned from a lot of y'all and my mother. And they instill integrity in us and character and never quit. And that's why I'm able to stand up here now and talk being an interim head coach, because of men like Coach Bowden, men like Mick Andrews was honest with you and work you and love you and didn't lie to you. That's why I'm standing up here now. Men like that. I'm able to go out and Lord willing, perform at the highest level.
Brendan?
I did end up having a question for you.
I knew it.
With Jordan Travis and how athletic he was and the running plays he made, I guess, did you guys have an idea that he was that explosive during practice? Like, did he show that throughout the season in practice, or is that something that just kind of came about recently?
He showed it in practice some. You know, sometimes we played a mobile quarterback. He volunteered to come down there. Some days we couldn't tackle him, but hey, it is what it is, and we thought we could tackle him. Sometimes you touch him on the hip, and say, no, you wouldn't have caught me. The guys like, no, Travis, it was live, we'd have got you. But Travis he has been a soldier all year, working hard, didn't play. But now, when his time was called, he went out and did a great job. And that's what Florida State is all about. Everybody doing their job and executing your job. You know, the guys that we have here now, these young men, they are grinding, and they're gonna keep grinding.
Both of your first games as interim head coach from those seasons were kind of, emotional times, maybe challenging times. How confident are you that the players will kind of channel that same energy when it's, the second game, coming home and it's a little bit further in the past, it's more of a rhythm week to week kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's a good question. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go day by day. Then we're gonna build up to Saturday. We're not gonna look so far ahead and say, oh, we got Alabama State here. No, we're gonna attack tomorrow, Tuesday practice, and work on the fundamentals and just build up to it. And it's not about me, man, my first game. It's about these kids. And I know it's a question, but it's about these young men.
All right, last one, Aslan in the back.
When the team's on offense, you know, we saw you bent over, hands on the knees, intently staring the way you would when the defense is on the field. What are you looking for when the offense is out there, and what sort of communication do you have with Coach Prowse?
Man, well, I clicked over to the offense when they had the ball, and I was just looking at the interior, looking inside, seeing what's going on. Maybe I could see something being a defensive line coach, how they're moving and what they're, you know, a key. I can let Coach Clemens know, let Coach Browse know how they're gonna blitz, or how the linemen were slammed. I see the weight on their hands and things like that. And we communicated well. We had fun communicating. Cause I was saying on the night, Browse, call it, keep calling it, baby, keep calling it, call your game. But that's it, man. You try to help in every aspect of the game if you're a coach out there.
All right, thank you, Coach.